Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are tackling a question that, let's be honest, weighs heavily on so many families. How in the world do you afford assisted living? The cost can feel absolutely overwhelming, but I promise there is a path forward. We're going to walk through a clear roadmap of your financial options step by step.
Okay, let's just start with the number that causes so much stress. We're talking an average monthly cost for assisted living that's expected to be around $5,000. When you see a number like that, it's so easy to feel like quality care is just completely out of reach.
So that's the big question, right? How are families actually managing this? Well, we're going to answer that right now by walking through 6 really practical strategies that can ease that financial burden and give you some much-needed peace of mind.
All right, let's dive into these 6 primary options. Think of this as your roadmap for funding long-term care. So, here's a quick look at the 6 options we're about to get into. You'll see they range from using personal funds that you've saved up over a lifetime, all the way to leveraging government programs that were designed to help in these exact situations. The most direct route, of course, is paying out of pocket with private savings. But, and this is a big but, this needs some serious planning. It is absolutely crucial to talk with a financial advisor to figure out the expenses and make sure that money is going to last for as long as it's needed. For a lot of people, their home is their biggest asset, and selling it can provide the funds you need. Now, you might hear about something called a bridge loan to get cash before the sale goes through. Just be really careful here. These loans can be risky, so you want to approach them with a lot of caution. Now, if you or your loved one planned way ahead, long-term care insurance can be a total lifesaver. I mean, it's a policy designed for exactly this kind of expense. The cost can vary a lot based on age and health, so it's always a good idea to check with an agent to see what's even possible. This one is so important and so often overlooked. Please do not forget about potential military benefits. If your loved one is a veteran, they might be eligible for aid through the VA that could go toward assisted living. It all just starts with a phone call to your local VA office. A reverse mortgage lets you tap into your home's equity without actually selling it, which is a really useful option if a spouse is still living there. But this is a complex financial product. Talking with a reputable bank to understand all the risks, that is absolutely non-negotiable. Okay, our last option involves government programs, but this is where so many people get tripped up. So let's take a second to clear up the huge difference between Medicare and Medicaid. So listen up, because this is the most crucial point. Medicare will not pay for long-term assisted living. It's for short-term, skilled nursing care, like after a hospital stay. Medicaid, on the other hand, does pay for long-term care, but only for those who meet some very strict financial and medical requirements. Getting this distinction right is key. You can see how this all gets complicated fast, especially when you're trying to figure out Medicaid rules and protect assets. This is exactly why a professional guide isn't just a nice idea, it's often the smartest investment you can possibly make. Families find themselves asking these impossible-sounding questions, just like this one. You're trying to protect a lifetime of hard work and savings, while also getting the best care possible. And that's precisely the moment an expert becomes invaluable. This is where an elder law attorney is just essential. They live and breathe this stuff. They can navigate that maze of state-specific laws and create legal strategies to protect assets. A personalized plan from an expert like this can save your family a truly incredible amount of money and stress. Okay, so let's bring it all together. Let's talk about how you can go from feeling totally overwhelmed by all this to feeling empowered because you have a real plan. So what's the bottom line here? It's this. The financial challenge is real, for sure, but it is not insurmountable. There's no single magic bullet, and that's why exploring every single one of these pathways and getting professional guidance is such a critical investment in your family's future and, frankly, your own peace of mind. So if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. It is so tempting to put off these difficult conversations, but the single most expensive choice you can make is waiting for a crisis to hit. Your most valuable tool, by far, is planning ahead. That is what will ensure peace of mind for you and the best possible care for your loved one.